Okay, everybody, how's it going? Colton here. I'm gonna show you guys a little more on this processor, how it loads, and just show you what it is a little better. The processor is a Haybuster 256 model, and the trailer right here is made by DW Industries in Bassett, Nebraska. They build these trailers and mount these Haybusters on them, so you can haul. You can get 6 bales on it, but your last bale only will come to right about here. So sometimes they'll ride for a little ways. Usually they fall off, so I just usually only haul 5 unless I'm just going a short distance, and it's really a pain to get that first one up into the tub when you have 5 on the bed, because you got to set it down and roll your chains back so that bale doesn't fall off, and it just is a pain. So it's really not worth it. But D&W puts these Haybuster feeders on them, and the new ones are called 2100s Haybusters. They just only haul 1 bale and the whole thing flips over and you pick it up from the side, but we have an old one of those. But they take that arm off and they just mount this on the trailer, and it works really good. But it has 4 functions on it. Therefore, you need 4 hydraulic functions: 1 to run your bed chains, 1 to lower and raise your bed, 1 to run your feeder bed chains in the feeder itself, and then 1 to raise your load arms to dump another bale into the processor. What they did is you only require 2 remotes from the tractor, but this is really dirty. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a bank right here. It's electronic control valves, so you run your power or your hoses from your tractor into this block, and then you have 3 little switches in the tractor, and whichever one you want to use, these 3 control the up and down on the main bed, your feed chains in here, and then your load arm to load your bales into the processor, and then your other remote just straight off the tractor runs these bed chains. And for that, I mean, you got a little wire here that comes down, and I just took and the old style pickup and trailer electronic connection, just wired them in. It works good because it's just a quick unhook and it's nice and solid. But here, I'll climb up in the tractor and show you those switches. I think you saw them the other day. My tractor cab's a mess, by the way, too. But so yeah, you just turn your switch on here, and that's my main bed. I just put a B there. This is, is your load to load your bales into the processor, and then this is feed, so that runs the chains in the processor. So, and then I have them on my number 2 remote, and my number 1 remote is my bed chains. So yeah, it works pretty slick. Didn't buy this processor new, I don't know if I said that, but it's fed a fair amount of hay, but not, it's not wore out yet. The guys who had it before us did, that isn't very straight. The side of the tub here, I straightened, these were all bent really bad. I straightened them up. Someday I'd like to rebuild that. And they put this on, I think it was so they could feed in bunks, but it wouldn't work because well, you can't see, well, maybe if I get down low you can see it pretty much dumps hay right where the tire runs, so it runs over majority of the windrow. So I'm gonna extend that out about a foot farther, kind of right to the edge of that I don't even know what you call that side of the tub. so it doesn't run it over. But yeah, I'll set you guys up here somewhere and I'll show you how this thing loads. I don't know, maybe I'll just come over here and set you on the ground. See how that looks. Damn deer are getting in here, and for some reason they're only messing with that grain, which is totally fine with me. Oh, and they got into our second cut and little bale stack, but we put some bales around there, so that kind of solved that problem. Let's see how that looks for you guys. Sun not way too bad. Yeah, there we go. Okay, just hang tight, and I will get this loaded. And that's how she loads. really, it's pretty easy. I mean, if I can do it, it's gotta be easy. But I'll show you here on the back. I mean, if you do get a really good, nice tight load, that's how much room you got back there for your last bale. And it's, you can get it on there, but really it's more of a pain dealing with it than it is to do it. So I just don't even bother with it. But yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah, anyways, get that back on there. I don't remember what I was saying, but that's it. I don't even know what they call this, what the number is, or even if there is a number on this thing. It's a DW, I guess, but they work good. If anybody's interested, wondering if it's worth it. Like us, we don't feed that many cattle, but right now I'm feeding 6 bales a day to these calves. This is the next one, and I just come over and get a load, 1 bale, and run over there and feed them, and then come back and get a big load. So it works good for not having to run back and forth to the yard. But I will say the brand new ones of these things are like 40 grand, which is kind of expensive in my opinion. But I mean, really, you know, for a if you guys are dirty or not, really, there's not much to them, and they really don't. You can get parts for them, and that's the easy part. Just getting parts, and I mean, you can replace anything on them. So yeah, that's it. This video is getting pretty long, so I'm gonna end it here. So thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe.